Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. In the last episode we spoke with some of the Quarian admirals and learnt they have, perhaps against what might be considered better advice, started a war with the Geth to retake their homeworld, which is right here, Rannoch. There's a Geth Dreadnought which is broadcasting a Reaper signal which is pulling the Geth under their control and giving them powerful upgrades to let them fight off the Quarian fleets. Our task this episode will be to disable that Dreadnought. But for now there's a couple of things here. There is first off the Quarian Migrant fleet. A flotilla of 50,000 craft holding over 17 million Quarians. The Migrant fleet is the largest array of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. It is a testament to the Quarian strategic skill that these numbers have not dropped significantly during recent battles. The fleet is now on the far side of the star from Rannoch, the better to cloak its movement from the Geth. Then here, there is a debris field. Close to the star, the Normandy scanners can detect a nigh uncountable number of Geth statites, satellites that use their solar sails to self-correct their position. The Geth place the ultra-lightweight constructs around the sun to collect energy, arranged in a vast array known as a Dyson bubble. Scattered among them are space stations and the servers that draw power from the statites through wireless energy transfer. Most of the space stations are wreckage now, and no small number of solar sails have been destroyed. It appears the Quarians began to destroy them, but were stopped before the attack was complete. And then finally, the Quarian homeworld Rannoch. Although its orange sun is only about 90% the mass of Sol and half as luminous, Rannoch is arid by Earth standards because it is formed close to its star and has slightly less ocean coverage. Photosynthetic life is concentrated around rivers and oceans with large expanses of desert in between. The importance of plant life and shade in ancient Quarian culture is evident in the translation of Rannoch's name, Walled Garden. To a starship's senses, the most obvious feature of the Quarian homeworld is the numerous heat sources in orbit. Thousands of Geth space stations watch over the planet. Somewhere in the artificial swarm of constructions lurks the Geth's armada, waiting for its moment to counterattack. Population, unknown. Quarian estimates on the number of Geth range from the tens of millions to the single-digit billions. Estimates on the number of Geth consciousnesses stored in their servers are far higher. But our business is not there. Our business is with the Geth Dreadnought. I love these like wasp-shaped ships they have. They're really great. Scans of Geth Dreadnought orbiting Rannoch reveal an intimidating array of features, from an improved main gun to ultraviolet anti-ship lasers to increased thruster output. The Geth workforce never demands rest, wages, or autonomy, and in creation of their flagship they were limited only by time and raw materials. The damage inflicted by the Quarian fleet appears minor at best. Let's roll! So, of course, Tali has to come with us on this mission. She's got a couple of cool appearances, including that armoured one, which we're going to go for. And I'm also going to take Garrus. Garrus is a very handy anti-Geth person, being semi-tech, semi-combat. Much like me, actually, come to think of it. So, weapons-wise, I'm actually going to switch from the Raptor to the Mantis. The Mantis is just a nice, hard-hitting one, which is sometimes against these kind of enemies, just a bit more useful than the other one, than the Raptor. And I am going to bring, not the Phalanx, I'm going to bring the Talon, the little handheld shotgun. I do enjoy that thing and it's very useful in this mission as well. Tali can use shotguns and pistols, so we're going to give her the Phalanx. I'm not going to use a pistol on her at all. Shotgun-wise, we're going to use the Eviscerators. Let's arm that up for her. So, skills-wise, Tali first off has Energy Drain, which we got from her as well. I'm going to level her up in basically a very similar way to ours, but kind of focusing a little bit more on damage and recharge speed. It's the one I'll have mapped from her, and it's probably the most useful one. Much like us as well, she has Sabotage, which can overload stuff, and Sabotage is about to become very, very useful, because Sabotage can also hack a synthetic to turn them onto your side. Between me and Tali, that means we can have a pair of Geth working for us at any kind of point. Very useful. She has two types of drones. There's a combat drone and a defense drone, neither of which are hugely useful, but I'll upgrade them a little bit just to have them an option. She summons these drones and they can go around being a minor nuisance on the battlefield, but they aren't incredible, quite frankly. Oh, bollocks. Well, we'll see that in a sec, I guess.
We're approaching the Quarian home system. ETA to Rannoch, 5 minutes.
What have you got from the comm buoys?
Pretty much a big old shitstorm, Commander.
I have detected several hundred unique ship signatures engaged in active combat.
Yeah, like I said.
Take us in, Joker.
Stealth drive engaged. Only way they'll detect us is if you all start singing the Russian national anthem.
warfare suite has accessed their docking protocols.
Alright, once we're aboard, we find whatever's broadcasting the Reaper signal and shut it down. Tally's our expert on Geth software. She'll be handling hacking and security.
Good to have you back, Tally. And maybe with another Dextro aboard, they'll get better Turian food.
As long as it's sterilized.
Dr. Michelle did get me some Dextro Amino chocolate. You're welcome to it once we're back.
She got you Turian chocolate?
She said she saw it and thought of me. Why?
Watch yourself, Shepard.
Shepard, there's a problem. All tubes except one are physically secured.
I see the free one. It's pretty torn up, though.
Too risky for the whole team. I'll secure the docking area. Everyone else can follow me over.
Roger that, Commander. We'll just stay here. You know, quietly.
Hang tight. It'll just be a minute.
So, welcome to this disorientating section with the magnet boots. One of the things I do really like is Tally and Garrus have really good chemistry. It's why I really like them as a pairing.
No wonder the Quarians were having trouble. That ship is enormous.
It is 30% larger than an Alliance dreadnought.
Tally, you're gonna like the view.
Better than a vid?
Much.
And also, if anyone was wondering, that line about the Russian national anthem is a reference to the Hunt for Red October, which is still, I mean, obviously we don't have films like that at all, but it's weird that Joker's making pop culture references from, like, at this point, 200 years ago. Have I trapped myself? Bollocks, I have. Ah, there's your connector, yeah. Obviously, the path through this isn't necessarily straightforward. Yeah, I meant to actually level up Tally's class skill a bit, so I guess we'll have to do that when we reunite through here. But this bit's quite cool. And it's just cool to get the glimpses of, like, the battle going on. Like, you can see...
How are you doing, Shepard?
The lack of gravity is a little disorienting.
The Dreadnought has artificial gravity. You should be okay once you're on board.
Till then, I'll make do with mag boots.
Hey, take your time, Commander. We're fine until they, look out a window.
Geth don't use windows, remember? Structural weakness.
Like the Geth are just sitting there saying, those organics would never try the no windows thing twice.
That's very good. I was going to say something important, but it can't have been.
Looks like the rest of the team isn't using the docking tube.
So I'm guessing you'd rather not solo the Dreadnought.
Not if I can help it. Ask Tally to get on the Dreadnought schematics. If she can point me at another docking tube, I'll override the controls and let the boarding party on. I've got gravity again.
Great. I'm looking for... Got it. There should be a hull breach not far from your position. The nearest undamaged docking tube is on the other side.
Think I found that hull breach you mentioned.
Admiral Geralt tried a frontal assault. We lost 6 frigates. That tiny hole was the only damage we did.
I wouldn't call it tiny. Not the way you'd have done it?
No, he was too aggressive. I argued, but as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet, it was ultimately his decision.
What about the other admirals?
Zen backed the invasion, largely as a chance to test her toys. Ron gave provisional support. Only Chorus opposed the war with me, and he was right. We could lose the whole fleet, Shepard.
We'll get your people out of here safely.
See, that's the awkward thing with the Quarians. Oh, bugger. The awkward thing with the Quarians being, like, living in their fleet. Like, losing the whole fleet means losing the entire Quarian species. Because that's the only way they live, which is kind of horrifying. I'm going to start on my powers quickly, so I'm going to put... Incinerate isn't so useful anymore. I'm actually going to replace it, by and large, with Energy Drain, because Energy Drain is super duper useful. So map that to RB is on B. There we go. And I also want to give my weapons Disruptor ammo again, because once again we're fighting shielded synthetics, so Disruptor is real handy. On we go.
I found another airlock. I think we're good to go.
Great. If you override the controls, we'll be right there.
Those aren't the controls, but they are worth £2,000, which is quite nice. But yeah, you can see like when we jump into the system first and there's that massive battle going on. There's some cool high budget stuff in this section, definitely. Right, here are the docking controls. Let's use them.
Got it. You're clear to board.
See any action?
Not yet. I'm sure you can help me find them.
Here, let me see if I can get this open. In the meantime, take a look at this. There, it's open. We're clear to go.
So, she gives us a weapon, the Ark Pistol, which I'm not going to be using yet.
It transmits an energy pulse on contact that disrupts shields and synthetics.
That'll be handy.
Yeah, it turns out it's this way. But yeah, the Ark Pistol is quite useful, but not at the moment. We're going to get a couple of weapons on this mission. I'm going to show them off next
So
mission.
where are we headed?
We're looking for an operations center. I can disable the Reaper command signal from there.
Where's the closest one?
Past their defense network and through a sensor cluster.
And indeed, that's where we're heading. Before I forget, I'm going to upgrade Telly the final bit. Her class skill, Quarian Machinist, is just very useful just to make her more durable and more powerful. So we'll give her health and shields, I think. She's on the squishy side. And, ooh, take power now. Sounds great. Oh, actually, that reminds me, I need to make sure we've got her thing set to energy drain for her quick power as well. Because that's very handy. Double energy drain. Ooh, a sniper rifle enhanced scope. I'll take that.
Looks like they're using ultraviolet frequencies, like the Solarians.
Expensive. But it gives them an edge in close combat, though.
When the fleet rushed the Dreadnought, those lasers carved right through our ships.
Come on, let's get to the ops center before they lose more.
Watch out! Geth incoming!
So, time to fight some Geth. We got some useful stuff here. For example, if we sabotage it, then they get that orange glow around them and join our side like a turret or something like that. Oh. Unfortunately, you then do eventually have to kill them, which never feels exactly great. Oh! So, introducing Geth Rocket Troopers. They can be a great target for sabotage.
They're Geth! They can alert to every unit on this ship! We need to get to the operations center before they box us in!
So yeah, Rocket Troopers can be a great target for sabotage early on in a combat because they can do a lot of damage to other ones. That there was energy drain. You notice I'm glowing slightly because I got a bit of extra armor on top of my shields from it. Very handy to both weaken enemies and strengthen yourself simultaneously. Right, with Geth there, so we'll have him.
They're throwing their lives away! Disable their shields!
And don't give them time to recharge.
Oh, there's another thing. Rocket Trooper. Oh, and he just got away, the bugger. This is where the combat system's quite didn't bloody reload. Oh, Garrus just took that rocket to the face. This is where the combat system's quite nice, and the ability to like roll between bits of cover like that is quite nice. Oh, I saw armor. That's why I saw armor, because there's a trip mine. Ugh, there's another one on the ground there, isn't there? Yep. So you can detonate these trip mines safely from a distance, but if you get near them, they explode. Garrus can technically lay those as proximity mine, but it's not very useful to the point where I never actually really use it. There's some money, which I'll take certainly, and I believe there's some goodies in this room.
Look, the signal's hitting all Geth processes. The Reapers have them completely under control.
They've tried jamming it, hacking it, and piggybacking garbage data to corrupt it. Nothing worked.
Sensor data. Any sign of how the Quarians are doing?
We're taking heavy losses. The Geth have a planetary defense cannon. It's ripping through our fleet.
Is there anything we can do to help them?
Just make their sacrifice worthwhile.
Why do we need to find the operations center? Wouldn't any access console do?
No. Anything we do here, the Geth could counter. Too many fault checks and redundancy levels for what we need to do.
So, useful thing here, the Geth Pulse Rifle. There's a lot of Geth weaponry in this one, in these kind of sets of missions, and they're all great fun. I love the Geth weapons in this, and the Pulse Rifle is great, but also, I got my own stuff for them. I don't want to make myself too heavy, and I want to upgrade it a bit before using it, so I'll just hang on to it for now. With that done, let's head into the main room.
The Dreadnought's operations center is just ahead.
Good. Let's cut the Reaper signal and get the fleet out of here.
These fun things, Geth Hunters. So, as you can see, Geth Hunters are invisible, which can be a real bugger. Fortunately, stuff like energy drain there, very handy, and also shooting them in the brain still works. I guess it's where their optics are and stuff like that. Headshots absolutely still work on Geth quite nicely. It's surprising to me always how much this Geth Dreadnought is designed for physical bodies to kind of like move around in it, because it feels like you wouldn't need that so much, because I don't know how many Geth platforms, like the physical Geth, they'd actually bother having on a station this size.
See if that console is operational.
Before I see if that console is operational, I trip mine. There is an upgrade somewhere near here. There it is. Nope, there it
Look at how
isn't.
much data the Dreadnought's central processor is handling.
I think it's handling information from all Geth everywhere.
Well, I set off another trip mine and didn't find the upgrade I'm looking for so far. It may be up here near the console, though. Got a creepy new helmet as well. You may have noticed I still have got the take your helmet. Ah, here it is, the SMG scope. I still have got the take off the helmet when you're in cutscenes thing. It's just there's no atmosphere in a Geth ship because they're robots, so we have to have masks on at all times. Feels very relevant.
They've locked down the Reaper signal. We can't shut it down from here in the operations center. There! The Reaper signal's coming from the drive core.
So if we get there, we shut it down?
Right, but how do we get there? The Geth have sealed emergency bulkheads to block us off. We need a route to the drive core that can't be blocked. A path that runs the length of the ship.
What about the main battery? It runs right by the drive core.
That could work.
But
The Geth still have us locked in here. We need to get these doors open. They've locked high-level processes. We need something basic. A ship-wide emergency. Like a fire.
what about the heat diffusion system?
Wait, if I faked a thermal warning, it would open all maintenance tubes for emergency venting.
Would that override the lockdown?
Yes. Okay, I've got it primed. But be ready. I'm reading hostile Geth on the other side of the doors.
Watch out, they're dropping in!
There could be cloaked hunters as well.
Thank you for the warning, Telly. There are indeed cloaked hunters here. I want to try and get a friend. There we go, I'll have that. You could also have Tally do that, but I just kind of keep forgetting to do it. I'm going to switch up to the hand shotgun a little bit here, because this thing with disruptor ammo on absolutely fucking wrecks Geth, especially hunters. And I'm going to use it cloaked. Two of us can play at that game. Oh, it works better if you hit, generally speaking. Oh my god, why do I suck so much? There we go. That I can also play the cloaked little shit game. Oh god, it actually does completely wreck them. It's very handy. There we go. Oh, there's that one over there. Right. Oh, there's someone behind me. Ah, there's a hunter. Wonderful. And wallop! Oh, that's good. Whoa! Okay, he went before I could even melee him to death. It wasn't necessary in the end. Wonderful. There's another one over there, at least. Oh, let's remember to disappear. I do like the Talon. It's very nice. There's presumably another hunter over there because it's killed a man. Oh, it's Garrus he's killed. I was trying to tell Garrus to kill it. Oh, she didn't say those words. Fair enough. Anyway, we're actually going to end the episode here. So thank you everyone for watching. Next episode, we will be pushing further into the heart of the Geth Dreadnought. Thank you very much, and good day.